Happy 4th, everybody! Today I'm going to be starting Addicted for Now. In the car, my daughter's in the back. We're about to head to my parents' house for a little barbecue, cookout kind of thing, and then I'm going to see the fireworks tonight with my in-laws. My husband is working today, but I wanted to go ahead and do the intro here. I'm probably going to start reading it while I'm at my parents'. I didn't, want to do an intro while I was sitting there in front of everybody. So I wanted to go ahead and do it now while I'm headed there. I'm so excited to start this book. This one is a thick one. It's a lot bigger than Ricochet and Addicted to You. But I'm so excited to continue this story and to see how all these characters come to life in this third installment of the Addicted series. So let's get started. So I'm on chapter 1. I did already read this chapter at the end of Ricochet. It was the bonus scene, and I'm just rereading it really fast. It still gives me all the feels. I still feel the same way that I did when I first read it. The quote where he tells her exactly what he's going to do to her when they get in their bedroom, and I still feel like their first, love scene, like intimate love scene, I still feel like it ended abruptly, and I feel like it should have lasted longer, but that's just my opinion because I'm a freaking romantic, always have been, I'll probably always will be. But it's putting me back in the mood to get to see this couple, and it's making me so excited. Who this mystery person is that's threatening her. Ready for that. Ooh, not Lo going and threatening an asshole that scared Lily. My heart. That's a man, okay, right there, defending the girl's honor. Although, from as it stands now on the second chapter, the guy, I guess their mutual enemy from, high school, or middle school, or prep school, or whatever, at this moment, it's not him, or they don't think it's him. He could be lying, but in my personal opinion, I don't think it's him. It's too freaking obvious that it would be him, but he did go straight to him and threaten him for possibly sending a text message, but that's hot as fuck. As you can see, it is currently raining, but I am out here on my patio in my backyard to start reading some more of this. Today is July 5th, so here we go. The intervention/meeting scene chapter is everything. It's filled with hilarious banter, side jokes, obviously Rose and Connor's, smart talking that no one understands. Reich and Lo going at it, just like brother rivalry. You get to see some resentment in there. That's probably going to come out later in the book. Really good chapter, entails a lot in just 5 pages, so it's a good one. They're definitely a good chapter. They are getting a plan together to figure out who this texter is. They're even like, ooh, is it one of us? The only people that knew that Lily was a sex addict, pointing fingers at each other. It's freaking hilarious, but they're devising a plan to figure out who it is, so we're getting in there. Lily's mind is freaking hilarious. The thoughts that she has and her just little rants and stuff reminds me so much of myself. Well, you guys, I have a visitor, but I'm reading a conversation that Reich and Lo are having, and I just want to insert this sentence here. Reich does that to women, I've noticed. He either stupefies them with his dominance, or they start spitting out lame lines that make no sense. I've yet to really see a girl who can keep up with him. He obviously has not seen Daisy, Emmy, smart mouth Reich, because that girl can definitely keep up with him and can put him in his place. Okay, so I now have a new theory as to who this person is, and my instincts are pretty good, so we'll see. Hopefully, I don't know if you find out who the person is by the end of this book, but if so, I'm just going to say that I figured it out here, and it would be in chapter, I'm not going to say the chapter because then it's going to, well, y'all haven't read it, but chapter 7, okay? Beginning of the book. I think I know who it is. If I'm wrong, oh well, but I think I have pretty good instincts, so I think I know who it is. Okay, Lo coming to Connor Cobalt's defense. Be still my heart. I am so freaking proud of Lily. She's making so much progress, and this is the first book that you get Lo's perspective, and I'm so freaking happy about that. I love books that have both the male and the female perspective. I mean, even though I know it's fake and it's fiction, but it gives you an insight to everything. It gives you the whole story, and that's what makes you want so badly for these couples and the men in the books to be real, because you want them for yourself, because in real life, you don't know what men are thinking, and if you're in a relationship, you really want to know what they're thinking. In the books, you can, but Lily's making so much freaking progress, and I love the fact that I get to read what Lo is thinking about Lily's progress and the situation that they're in. I love it. She's trying so damn hard. Oh my god. The pain that I literally feel for Lily and what she's going through right now. Like, I don't know what it feels like firsthand to know what she's going through, but I can't imagine that, because I have such a strong pull to sex myself. I can't imagine being a sex addict and having to go through this recovery because I like sex. Like, it would truly suck. And now we see Lo fighting. Because you love Lily more than that. And it hits me. I'm here in the fucking car debating about a stupid glass of alcohol when Lily is waiting for me upstairs, fighting her compulsions. Lily is one of the main things that is keeping him grounded from not drinking alcohol, which in real life, it is not great to hinge your sobriety on another human being. That's way too much pressure. Obviously, he's not expecting anything from her. It's just all in his head. Like, he's doing it. Like, he's using her as his, like, okay, I'm doing this for her. But he also needs to realize that he needs to do it for him first, not for her. But that's reality Shayna talking. That's not book Shayna talking. Book Shayna is like, oh my god, that's the sweetest thing ever. And yeah, the last chapter we saw Lily struggle, and this chapter we see both of them struggle, but you get Lauren's perspective, so you see what's going through his mind. Well, and the last chapter was his too, so. Y'all, the entire first 2 pages of chapter 15, hell, probably this entire damn chapter. This is why we want men to come out of these books and be our men, because just the things that they say, like, she's so scared for him because, you know, he needs to take a second for himself, and she doesn't do what he asked her to do, and she's like explaining to him, like, I'm sorry I didn't do it, but, you know, I was worried, and she just blurts out, I can't live without you, and he's sitting here literally telling her the same exact thing, like, I can't live without you either. We're never going to find out if our relationship is wrong, if we're codependent. This is the last and only wrong that I will continue to make, because you're never going to be without me. Like, men aren't like this. Like, I want to hear men say this. Men are not communicative in words. They don't say this shit. And if they do, please show me a real one. I know most men, like in these books, they do it in private. They don't show you in real life, and I want that so badly. Like, I want a Lauren Hale. And I want so many other men that are in so many other books that I've read, because they're perfect, but perfect is not reality. So, ignore the fact that I'm in my freaking bathroom, but my husband's asleep and I didn't want to bother him. Holy fucking shit. That is a sex scene. That makes up for what I read in the first chapter. That sex scene, hot. I was smiling. Like, you can see my reactions in the fast forward clips. Like, oh my god, insane. Loved it. The way he took care of her and just gave her everything that she needed was
and she's a sex addict, and he's doing things like there is a blacklist, things that they can't do, and he's, you know, carefully constructing, you know, things that he can do with her and to help her get healthy, but also, you know, still having sex. And that was one of the things, and it's hot as fuck. But that's like, that sex scene, best in this series so far. Okay, so I'm back. Just finished chapter 16, about to start 17, where they are in therapy together. It's their first therapy session together, and you know, Lou's trying to fill out the therapist and all this stuff, and he starts to open up about his stuff, and Lily just can make like, they're having a serious conversation, and she just makes everything hilarious. Like, 'cause, you know, she freaks out, and you know, whatever, and Lou starts smiling and everything, but Lou starts smiling, and that's hilarious that she can just make any situation like that. I love it. It lightens the mood a little bit, but it doesn't dim the seriousness of the situation. But Lily has been making really good progress, sharing each other's fears about everything, and just, you know, the honesty that they're saying, because these are fears, you know, that I overthink everything, and fears that you have in your head, and then you're never telling your spouse, and you, like, they may feel the same exact way, or you have no idea that that's a fear that they have when they're constantly thinking about it, and they're talking about that, and that's just, that's pure. Change of scenery. Went downstairs in the living room, so I wouldn't bother Brandon, and I still wanted to continue to read for a little bit. But also in that chapter, them in therapy, fears was like about rejection, and I resonate so well with that, because that's something that I'm also dealing with in my own therapy, where my therapist says, don't, like, keeps telling me, like, you know, don't take it personally when he says this to you, or when someone says this to you. It's probably not, don't take it as rejection, don't take it as the problem is you, or they don't want you, or something like that, but take it as there's other circumstances going on in that person's life that causes this answer to be something that you didn't want or didn't expect. And that's something that Lily is having to go through right now as well, that when she doesn't want to stop, but Lo's stopping, it's not rejection, it's out of love. And I resonate so hard with that, and I love it. Also, he's washing her hair. I want someone to wash my hair like that, even though it's just random out of the blue. He's just helping her, just being there with her, and I want wash my damn hair. Y'all, the authors of these books put just enough hilarious banter in it that it just makes it everything. There's just random things that just make you go or just bust out laughing. And it's something that you have to read to get, because just seeing my face, you're not going to understand it. So definitely read it yourself, because they did a good job with that. And I wish I had that kind of witty hilariousness, but I just don't. Some people don't have to, like, I have to be taught it. Others just are born with it. And third sex scene is pretty great too. I'll read this last part. Everything I ever wanted is right here in my arms. I wish I could stay like this forever, but eventually we come together in a surge of bliss and longing. I think every sex scene that happens, now I could be wrong, is going to show a little bit of progress now, because she has there are do's and don'ts that you can't do. The first one didn't feel like enough, and then the second one was so sweet and just romantic and sexy, and this one is that, but also funny and has banter in it, and it's different, and they're trying something new. So I think each time it's going to, like, I love it because like I said in the beginning of the series, it didn't have a lot of sex scenes in it. It was just like fantasies, and there was no intimacy. But now the story is moving along, it's progressed, they're healing, they're in recovery, and you actually get to see their relationship bloom in a healthy way, and they're trying to get over the codependency, and they're trying to work through it together. So it's just freaking magical, and let me tell you, it is worth the wait. It is worth waiting for these beautiful scenes that you read in novels. It's so worth waiting to get through the other books to get to these type of scenes. And that's my talk. Oh shit, things just got juicy. I just finished part 1. I'm at part 2, chapter 22. I really need to stop here because I really need to go to bed because it's like 11:30. I don't want to stop because it's so freaking good. Lo does something that I personally expected to do because I'm an investigator, and even though it wasn't obvious, I still knew it was going to happen eventually, but others didn't want him to do it, but he did it. And you know what? I love it because even though they're toxic together and that he's going, they still have this odd relationship. So God, it's so hard not to give this stuff away, and I know I've already given bits and like spoilers in it. If you don't read it, you won't understand, but I'm trying not to give away too much, so just take that as you will. Definitely read it. It is really fucking good. Part 1 was fucking amazing, and I can't wait to continue. How long is this next chapter? Yay, you guys! Daisy finally freaking made an appearance. I've been waiting so long. I'm on page 209, and this is the new versions that are being released. So I went way through the book, and Daisy is finally making an appearance. She was Ricochet, and she was towards the beginning, then the end. But now I had to wait a little while before I got to her, and I'm so freaking excited because I really want to see more of Reich and Daisy because they are. I love the way they push each other's buttons and how she just doesn't back down from him. I want that. I want to be that kind of woman. Okay, so I obviously stayed up a little bit longer last night.
Stop for a second, my hair's a mess.
And read past the second part. I'm on chapter 26 now. Oof. Low. You're walking a thin fucking line. I always am, little brother. Reich and Daisy. Ooh. Not Lo, the big brother, or rather little brother, coming for you. Damn. Y'all, give me the rest of your money. I don't now. I can't even hear my own voice or how mean it sounds. All I hear is my half-brother offering to feel up my girlfriend's little sister. I don't even fucking care if it was a joke or sarcasm or fucking anything. I think I'm going to kill him later. More and more, like, yes, I'm so happy, like I said last night, that we finally get to see Reich and Daisy more in this book. I know, obviously, she's a minor, and they are, like Lo said earlier, he's walking a thin fucking line, and she is taunting him. Now, obviously, she's a minor, so he would be taking advantage of her, even though she probably still knows what she's fucking doing, but still. But this is freaking hilarious, and you get to see that, and I get where my sister, when she was describing these books to me before we started reading them about their situation, how she was a minor and how it gets a little sticky, and that some readers weren't okay with it and thought that it was completely wrong and it should have never happened. But I'm starting to, you know, see that more. You got to see it a little bit in Ricochet, but this is escalating, and now Lo gets to see it firsthand. So, in this line right here says everything that I literally just described. My next breath comes out ragged, and Reich focuses on me for a long moment, but when Daisy inhales strongly, staring at the sand with tears brimming, trying to bottle her emotions, he turns his gaze on her. I watch his face change. If he was concerned for me, I don't even know what to call the expression he has for her. What the hell did I miss when I was in rehab? Shit. And now here we are, Lily and Lo trying to make a plan to figure out what they're going to do about Reich and Daisy, because now Lo has figured out that they are flirting with each other, and she's 16 and he's 22, and she's telling him that, like, I thought it was all in my head, and now he's like, no, it's definitely not, it's real. She said, and I think I'm making it all up. You're not. Now move past the achievement and bring yourself down to my level. He turns his body a little more so that we're looking straight on at each other. My 22-year-old brother is flirting, apparently, not deliberately. I'm not even sure how that fucking happens with your 16-year-old sister. He waits for it to sink in. Shit. Yeah, shit. So what are we going to do? Bruh, literally that same paragraph I stopped reading. You know how an observation and said, like, all girls that talk to Reich are babbling idiots or whatever? He literally just said this about her, and I had come on here and said, she's not like that. I mean, most girls are like babbling fools around Reich. The fact that she's not, I can't even. Told you so. I couldn't wait until you saw it, and now you did. Oh, I love this. This is like the cutest freaking thing ever. The kiss lasts longer than the other ones as he cups the back of my head and gently opens my mouth with his. I feel the brush of his tongue and more flapping fills my belly. He edges back after a moment and I curl up in his arms. One thing is certain. Surprise kisses are the best. I totally freaking agree, Lily. I agree. This is just a hilarious line and I wanted to insert it here. So this is Lo's perspective. Regardless, I think being inside Connor Cobalt's head would be both terrifying and strange, and yet the most expensive amusement ride there is. I find that it's not laugh out loud funny, but it's really good humor that makes you go, you know? Yo, I cannot say what I just read because that's going to give away too much shit. Because this right here goes back to conversations that happened in Ricochet between Reich and Daisy, and now it's coming out, like she's admitting it, and she's the one who brought it up, and she's like backpedaling, like I'm not sure if I should say this, but it does wind up coming out, and now everyone at the table knows because the only person that knew originally was Lily, and it's hilarious, and it's also like shit fuck. So definitely have to read it. What the hell? What chapter is this? This is a long freaking chapter. Chapter 31. It's a chapter 31. And just, holy shit. Y'all, the one thing I will say that I hate about Reich is that he does not take responsibility for anything. Like, and this just proves it, what he literally just said. That should be Reich's motto. It just happened, or better yet, throw in his favorite word, it just fucking happened. Like, he doesn't take any responsibility for his actions, which I hate. I really don't like about him. I mean, other than that, he's a decent guy and he cares a lot, but he also has a lot of trauma and issues, so that goes into him being blunt like this. But you can't blame everything on being blunt and just honest, because there's a way to say things and actually talk to human beings, especially ones that are minors, and he was crossing many lines and he's not taking responsibility for any of it. Even though he may have a good reason for it, he's still not saying, yeah, I did this shit and this is why I did it, I'm sorry that it happened. Like, he doesn't take responsibility, which I don't like. Some people may have a different opinion on that. Some people may be like, well, look at here, yes, he did. And as I get further into the book, into the series, I may change my mind, but as of right now, Reich is an adult. He's the eldest out of the group, I think. Don't quote me on that. I may be wrong. He needs to take responsibility for his actions. That's just, it's simple. I definitely agree with when she says this, because I feel the same. She wants to know you care. I do care, he shouts, frustrated. You don't act like it, Daisy says. Girls want to be the sole focus of your attention. They want to be all you think about, all you look at and see. You're more fixated on chicken tacos than Melissa, she popped. That is so freaking accurate for so many women. Oh no, that's so sad. I want to know what made him throw up. So, I know this is giving stuff away, but some people that are addicted to alcohol do take medication that will make them sick if they do have alcohol. So Lo is on that, and he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't drink anything, but for some reason he's throwing up, and he sees the look on Lily's face, like face of disappointment, like he did drink something, which he didn't, and that freaking hurts. I mean, that's the obvious way to go, to think. Your brain thinks that. Why else would you be throwing up like that? So, I mean, it's not food poisoning unless everyone else starts throwing up. Could be the fish tacos, but I don't know. It was the fish tacos. Hey guys, it is Saturday night, July 8th. I just got in bed and I just started reading again, and I wanted to say, so I don't like Lauren's father. Like, he's an asshole, he's an addict himself, and he hasn't taken responsibility for anything, and he has his own way of dealing with things and saying things. Now, I will give him that I think underneath it all, he is a good person, and he loves his son, and he cares about his son, and he even cares about Lily and Lily's family, but he has a horrible way of showing it. Like, that man doesn't know how to speak to people, and he is not willing to get his own shit together, but I do believe deep down he is a good person, and I
after reading more about him, like seeing him more, I've come to that conclusion so far. But he's not a good person on the surface, but I think deep down he's a pretty good guy. Please be a dream, please be a dream, please be a dream, please be a dream. Oh my god. Y'all. I'm freaking the fuck out. Okay, I want this to be a dream. I now know why my sister and I are buddy reading this series, and she texted me earlier today saying that she wanted to cry and that she was not happy and she was gonna bawl her eyes out. And now I think I know why. And I was really hoping this was all just a fucking bad dream, but it's real. Oh my god, the blackmailer has done exactly what he said he was gonna do, and shit's about to hit the fan. Oh my god, now I want to cry. I have officially made it to part 3. Obviously, because you saw the page, you can pause and read it if you would like, but if you would like to stay surprised, even though I have given some spoilers, not big ones, just minor ones, that destroys the plot or gives anything away, but you could, although that won't do much. But I am over halfway through the book. I think I'm going to read a couple more chapters. It's almost midnight, but I really don't feel tired, so I definitely should, but I really can't put this away, so here we go. Y'all, Lo is fine. Lo is getting to see a different perspective. He literally just said he now knows how Reich feels, trying to protect him and like wanting to fix everything, because he is an addict and he's not the person that's in trouble, so he's on the outside looking in, trying to help the situation. He sees someone that he loves and hates that they're going through this, and now with what happened to Lily, the fact that the blackmailer has done what he said he was going to do, he sees that Lily's going through the same pain, and he can't do anything. He wants to make it better, but there's nothing he can do, and my heart screams for that. Like, it's so fucking sad, but it's so, like, you want that. I know this has been a part of like pretty much almost the entire series, or at least since Ricochet, where we actually got to see it, where the core 6, like, they're like a family. Like I said, it reminds me of One Tree Hill and Gossip Girl and Dawson's Creek and all these shows where these friends come together and are literal family to each other. And I'm seeing that so much in this chapter after everything happens and they're about to face the fallout of the blackmailer and this new information that's come to light, offering Connor an out because he's technically not family. If he doesn't want to be a part of everything that's going on, he doesn't have to be, but he refuses to go. And then Reich says, "You going to give me an out too?" Lo says, "No, if I'm going down, you're burning with me." Does that qualify as brotherly obligation for me? Yeah. So I thought that was a little bit funny, but there's all the heart flutters. It makes me feel so good, and it makes me feel so nostalgic as well. Okay, so they just explained exactly why Lily is addicted to sex. Now, you somewhat get it in Ricochet. Like, it tells you, but it doesn't go into detail. And right now they are going into very, very much detailed reasons of why, and even pointing out exact points when it happened. And now Lo's starting to blame himself, and he even brings up Dawson's Creek as an example. This is very sad, but it's also very eye-opening. I think that it's healthy and it's good that all of this is coming out, but like I said, it's also very hard to hear and very sad. But it's part of the healing process. Also, I really, really, really do not like Lily, Daisy, Rose, and Poppy's parents at all. I have given Lo's father somewhat of not a pass, but like, I see the good in him. As far as this chapter goes, I don't see the good at all in Lily's parents. Maybe her father, he may have some redeeming qualities. We'll get there once, I guess, we face the parents
once we get to the confrontation with the parents, we'll see what comes out of that and how they react, and that may change my opinion. But the mother, no redeeming qualities in my opinion. None. Absolutely none. That's not how you treat your child. And coming from a mother myself, I am a mother of a daughter, never gonna fucking happen. I would never do the things, think that it's okay, or treat my children the way that she treated hers. I know it's just a book and it's fiction, but this is probably real to some kids out there. Like, I guarantee you that this happens 1,000 times in 1,000 families around the world, and it's just completely sad to think about. Coming from a parent myself, I can't imagine doing that to my child. I can't. I will say that they are in a horrible freaking situation right now, but they're doing their best to make light of it. And the way that the authors have written it is so fucking good, because even though, like I said, they're going through a very, very difficult situation, I don't know personally how I would even handle that. But she's written it to where their banter is, they're having small talk and jokes and making light of the situation, but still taking it seriously. And I love that, and not everyone can depict it like that, and they did such a good job doing it. Such a good job. And we are finally at the parent chapter at 41. So, I stand firm in what I said earlier. Lily's mother is a piece of shit and can go to fucking hell. I know that's what Lily was supposed to tell her in the first place, but now she's cowered into herself because her mother's a fucking bitch. Excuse my language. I'm going to put a warning in the comments saying that I do cuss a lot in this video and that this is for adults. One, this book is about a sex edit, so obviously it should just be for adults, but I want to literally jump into the book. I want to insert my body into this book and slap the fuck out of this woman. It's your fault that this is happening. Yes, Lily needs to take responsibility for her actions, for what happened, but the reason why she is like this is because of you, you dumb shit. Oh shit, and I just gave away another spoiler, obviously, a little bit. You don't know the whole story, you don't know what happened or came out of it, but I'm just really angry about it, as you can tell. And now Lo is also revealing a secret to Lily that he has been keeping from her for the past, I think it's 3 weeks. But it was all in the effort to try and help her and shut down the blackmailer, which obviously didn't work. This is me, my jaw hitting the fucking floor. Because I can't believe what I just read. Hold on. And now after finish reading that I want to cry, because that's not right. That's not fucking right. Yes, you can feel guilty all you want, and you can apologize, and you can take responsibility for your actions, and you can try and clean up your image all you fucking want, but what just happened is not okay. You don't ruin something so special and so sweet and something that's supposed to be the start of the next chapter of your life with someone to please your parents or to please the media. You don't do that shit. I don't have words. It's horrible. Skipping over that, I will say that the mom, done for. She's dead to me. Her dad may have some redeeming qualities, just like Lo's father, which again is more solidified in this chapter, because even though he's the one delivering this news to them, he's not the one who made these decisions. And Lo's father is kind of defending Lily's dad, or telling us his side and then what their mother thought. I'm putting Lo's father and Lily's father in the same bracket. They have redeeming qualities and they have a chance. The mom is burning in hell at the moment. She's just done. No. I don't like this. This is the one time that I'm like, I don't want to know what your point of view is. I don't want to know what you're thinking, because you're just gonna make me cry, because this is so fucking sad. I really, like, I'm holding out hope that they have a happy ending, and that this is not how this shit's gonna go down, that this is not how it's gonna happen. Like, there's no way that this is gonna happen. This is not the villain wins story. This is the happy ending. We're just going through that. You know, we're almost at the end, that third act, you know, horrible thing that happens, the climax or whatever you want to say, and we're going to get to the part where everything works out. I'm holding out that hope, because if this is how it is, I'm going to throw this book across the room. I'm going to burn it. And then I'm going to bury the ashes in my backyard and have a funeral. I will wear all black for a month. I love the authors and I love the way the book is written, but if it ends this way, when I go see them in October, I'm gonna have words. And there's no way it ends like this. None. I know they have a happy ending because there's so many more fucking books. There's just... Okay, I'm done. I gotta continue. Y'all, I'm so sad because Lily's backtracking. And although I do like to read about the reminiscing of their past and getting to know more about their story, and just because I'm, like I said in my other videos, I'm a detail-oriented person, and this makes it feel like they're real to me, like they're real people, because you don't just hear about their present and what's going on in their lives right now. You know, you get bits and pieces of what happened to them in their past and their memories. So it's literally like your friends telling you stuff, like stories before you knew them. Absolutely love that part, but I feel so horrible because Lily is backtracking, and that's just, it sucks. I completely freaking agree with Reich and Lowe at the moment. She was a high fashion model, and overnight she became a fucking supermodel, and instead of sheltering her from the media, her fucking mother is pushing her into it. I think I hate the woman. You and me both, I say. Yes, we do. Now, this is something that I highly agree with for Lily, and that she's finally, like, admitting to herself, and, like, she's not feeling guilty or accepting, because if she did, oh, that would break my heart in two. Not like this book already isn't doing that already, but she says, being a sex addict does not give guys the right to touch me. I didn't think that would be an issue until now. That's really sad, but I'm about to hit chapter 46, and that's how much I have left, but it is 1:30 in the morning, and I have a 9-month-old daughter who's probably going to wake me up in like 2 hours, so I really need to go to bed. I also need to give myself a break, because I can't handle any more tonight. I just can't handle any more tonight. It's too much. Okay, it is 2 o'clock on Sunday. I got out of the shower about 20 minutes ago. Brandon just left to go grocery shopping, and Em is currently napping. She's probably going to wake up within the next like 10 or so minutes. She's been asleep for almost 2 hours. I am highly surprised that she slept that long. I don't have much time, but we're going to try and get some more in. I'm going to be real honest here. Rose scared the shit out of me. I thought she was going to make the wrong decision, and yes, I have my daughter. She did wake up, and I moved outside. I was scared that she was going to choose the wrong person, and this book was again going to give me a heart attack and break my heart, and I was going to have to take another break from it. I knew this shit was coming. It's not okay what this person is doing to her. It's not okay that her parents are forcing her to see someone else and not the person she was seeing, because it was fucking working. Obviously I can't say much because, you know, it would be giving it away, but still, I'm pissed off at this point, because that's, and we already know this. Her parents are not helping. They're making it 10 times worse, and it's continuing to happen. Understand that we're trying to relate these images to a negative stimuli. You should reach the point where the images don't arouse you anymore. We're going to shock the horror out of you one way or the other. This man should be in fucking jail. What is happening right now is not okay. It's male misogyny. It's male power. It's them thinking they have control over women, and that women are lustful and sinful just because they want to have sex. Are you fucking kidding me? Forcing her to do this shit is so wrong. Sorry, Em. You shouldn't be listening to this. Thankfully, she won't remember any of it. This is horrible. I don't agree with this. I don't like this, and this is making me want to throw this book across the room or jump in the book, like I said last night, and strangle the fucking man to death. I love this. Thank you so much, Lo, because what you're telling her is what I wanted to say, but I was too angry to freaking say it. Scatter my window as I think this through. It's not weird to be aroused by them, but it's wrong to compulsively abuse porn. That sounds right. This is so freaking sad. I can't elaborate because that'll give it away, and I can't do that. But something that's supposed to be like the happiest moment of people's lives is turning into something horrible, something that you don't look forward to, something that you don't even want to be a part of, something that's not personalized because of the way it happened, because you were told to, because you don't have a choice, because it's not going in the way that you
you were ready for it, and then you were just slapped in the face with it. I can't. It's extremely sad. This is horrific. The person who did this to her, like, my mind can't even wrap around the amount of damage that they did to Lily, because she can't even leave her house. She's terrified to leave her house because men just think it's open season on her to do whatever they fucking want because she's a sex addict. That's not okay. Just because her family has money and their name is well known does not mean that their personal private business needs to be laid out. Like, okay, so there's this thing where influencers, they're like, you can't call me out, or you can't share your mean opinion or call me all these names and stuff like that because I did this one thing that you don't like. And other people respond, well, you put yourself in this position, you put yourself in the limelight, so we have the right to say these comments about you. But you really fucking don't. Yes, there's such thing as freedom of speech. Yes, there's such thing as being opinionated. But there is a difference between bullying and physically assaulting or verbally assaulting someone than giving your opinion on something because you publicly made it known. And this isn't even that, because her parents are the ones that are famous, that have money. Lily's just caught in the crossfire. She didn't ask for it. She didn't ask for the money. She didn't ask to be rich. She was just handed it to. It was just handed to her because that was the family she was born into. And now because of that, her personal life, her personal issues were thrown in the media, and now everyone thinks that it's okay for them to say things about her and think that they know her and can do things to her because of this. That's not all right. And it pisses me off so much. As she's just nonchalantly playing. Oh my god, y'all. They found the leak. They found the leak and they're about to tell me. I don't know who it is yet. I just wanted y'all to see my face before I get to it, but they found the fucking leak. I get it. I know why it's so hard for Lo to walk away from his dad, because he really does love him. He's just not cutting him off and shaming him and never telling him that he loves him or showing him any kind of affection like Lily's mom does. But Lo's father, in his own fucked up way, does love his son and makes it known to him, even though it's not the way it should be. And I can see where that blurs so many lines, and it makes the situation so much freaking harder. Are you fucking kidding me? He knows that he won't say. He knows, but he won't tell him. Now, the way the chapter ended, it makes it seem like the reason is a good reason, that there's something behind why it's not coming out yet, why he can't say. And it's like, okay, you just have to trust me. Please don't hate me. I'm not doing this despite of you. I'm not doing this because blah, blah, blah. I'm doing this for you because I love you. That's how the chapter kind of ended. So I'm not as pissed off, but still, that fucking sucks. And for the readers, they're fucking with the readers, because I thought we was about to get the damn answer, even though we still had something left to go, and we don't. Like, what? I think it is so freaking cute that Lo and Lily are going to be able to build their life together, like their career and stuff. I'm not going to elaborate, obviously, but just know that they're able to work together and they're building something together that they'll be able to move on with in their future. And it does make my heart warm. This makes me so freaking sad. This makes me feel for her so much. I don't know how to vanquish this fear. I have an overwhelming desire to hide in the bathroom and masturbate my anxiety away, but I want to feel like I did in Cancun, safe and not so crazy impulsive. I yearn for that status again. Whoever did this shit to her ruined her fucking life, at least for the time being. I hate this. This last chapter just cracked my heart a little bit. I feel so sad for Lauren. So fucking sad. He doesn't deserve this. Okay, so he's a fucking pervert, and I was absolutely fucking right. He should be in jail. Breathe, Shayna. Breathe. Words cannot express how fucking angry I am right now. Men go into this type of living, this type of career, so they can take advantage of women, of young girls, so they can molest them, so they can rape them, so they can... I can't say anymore, y'all. I'm just gonna have to read this, and then you can be screaming right along with me. They are the cutest fucking couple ever. Everything that this man just fucking said is everything that Lo desperately needed to hear and what I've been trying to come out of my brain since, you know, just hearing his story. Having money doesn't make you an unfeeling automaton. You're human. You can still have problems. The difference is that you have the ability to fix them. You just have to want to. Not everyone can receive the same help you can afford or the rehab facility you went to. My stomach hurdles at the truth, but that doesn't mean your recovery can't be difficult. It doesn't mean that what people say on TV or in the tabloids doesn't hurt as much. You still bleed like the rest of us. You can cry. You can be upset. That right has not been taken from you. Thank you. I may have another theory on who the blackmailer / leaker or whatever may be right now, but at this moment I'm thinking that there could be a different culprit. I have those two and we'll see if I'm right. Like I said, I have pretty good instincts, but we'll see if one of these two people turn out to be it. And we're like nearing the end, and I'm not sure if we're gonna know who this person is or if they're just gonna like tell you in like the last sentence of the book, and then I'm gonna freak out because I don't have the other one yet. So let's hope not. Oh my fucking god. Yep, I was right for my second guess, although the second guess literally came not even a paragraph before they told us who it was. So I guess my instincts were a little bit wrong at the beginning, but no. You know what gets me so much is that Lily isn't even, she's very upset and she's mad over this, but she's not thinking about herself. She's thinking about the other person that got hurt really bad in the process. And I can't now feel like a selfish asshole, because if that were me, I'd be literally grabbing a knife going after her and someone would have to stop me. I mean, I don't really know what I would act in that situation, but as of right now in my brain, I'm like, Lily, she fucked up your entire life, or most of it. I mean, that's never going away. People in 20, 30 years may forget about it, but it's always going to be out there. It's always going to be known forever. And this person did it out of spite, out of revenge, out of hate. For people that did nothing to her, indirectly. So the entire chapter, like, now I'm not as angry. Like, I don't want to throw my book because I know what happened and why it happened, but it's extremely sad and it is very frustrating and it is angersome, but at the same time it's like, it's a very complicated situation. And now I know why this person hid the truth from Reich and Lowe as to who the blackmailer / leak was. And that makes me realize that solidify pretty much my opinion of this person. It continues to solidify it, that they have redeeming qualities, and deep down they are a good person, even though on the surface they're horrible. Yes, it finally happened the way it was supposed to happen. And I knew that it was. I knew that they were going to do it. I knew they were going to leave it at that. I'm so glad that they righted it, that even though it wasn't happening in the timing that they wanted, it's still done the correct way, and it was going to happen eventually. So I'm really glad that it worked out. And like I said earlier in the video, I knew it was going to happen, but I just, I was stuck in the really bad part of the book, and now we're at the happy ending. So my heart is soaring at this moment. I just finished Addicted for now, and I can't. This book was a roller coaster ride of emotions. I had my ups and my downs. I wanted to burn it. I wanted to scream. I wanted to cry happy and sad tears. My heart was swelling. Every emotion you can think of, I went through in this book. And I was texting my sister back and forth that it was so hard for me to get through last night and a little bit during this morning. And if you know me, which most of you probably don't, then you know that if a book is hard for me to handle, then you know that book is intense. And my sister is a crybaby. He loses it and cries over the drop of a hat when it comes to a book, and I'm just not like that. It's not like that. So knowing that this book made me have those feelings, you know that it has to be good. So with that, I want to thank so much for the Ritchie sisters for writing this book and for making this series a thing, and I cannot wait to get the next installment of this series in. Me and my sister are doing a buddy read, so it won't be for another couple of weeks. It's slow. I like to jump in and do everything at once. Like, I would read them back to back if I could, but my sister wants to soak it in. She doesn't want to rush it, so I'm giving her that. Thank you guys so much for joining me on the read with me. I really hope you like it. I know this video is pretty lengthy, but I will see you in my next read with me. Bye.